Thank you, Lord Mayor. I have a question for the Leader of the Council. Outside, the German market is in full swing. Meanwhile, though, inside the rat house here, an end to Labour's year-long bin strike, which is causing misery for Brummers, is no closer. Over 25,000 tonnes of rubbish has sat uncollected at various points this year on the streets of Birmingham, leaving some residents swarmed by rubbish and rats. The Leader, Lord Mayor, continues to refuse to show leadership and at least unite with council officers. How many more months of bin strike misery do residents have to endure, Lord Mayor, before the Leader will finally lead and meet with Unite to try and end Labour's year-long bin strike?
Thank you. The Leader to reply.
Lord Mayor, I'm rather disappointed, I must say, to see the Leader of the Opposition take a stance that is absolutely at variance with how we deal with industrial relations matters, not just in this local authority, but in every local authority around the country. It is right and proper that the political leadership of this council sets the policy and strategy and expectations, and that we look to the head of paid service and professional officers to undertake those negotiations with trade union representatives. And as the Leader of the Opposition also knows, we have put a succession of fair offers on the table under the auspices of ACAS, the independent body responsible for overseeing these matters, and regrettably, Unite have rejected each of those fair and reasonable offers and have asked us for stuff that, frankly, this council will not and cannot concede because it would reopen all of the challenges that we have faced over equal pay, challenges that we are bringing to a close, which was indeed acknowledged in the Commissioner's third report to the Secretary of State yesterday. I would very much like to see this dispute brought to a close, as indeed would every citizen of Birmingham, but what I will not do is put at risk the financial viability of this council or the progress that has been made on dealing with an equal pay liability that has dogged this council over more than a decade under administrations, frankly, not just of this party, but also of Councillor Alden's own. Thank you, Lord Mayor.
Thank you, Leader. Your supplementary question, please.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. We know the Leader won't meet with Unite. We also now know he can't count, because over the last decade, the only administrations that have been in charge of this council are Labour administrations. And we also know that, of course, equal pay legislation can only go back 6 years, and this relates to a settlement in 2017, signed off by his previous administration. I believe he saw the report as a scrutiny chair. Lord Mayor, in negotiations, bringing in the top boss is a tactic to be able to break logjams. Sometimes you have to bring in the people at the top to be able to explain where you cannot give and to be able to get things moving, to be able to resolve issues. Simply hiding in a bunker in Victoria Square and not standing up to do his role is not leading. Council leaders across the country will tell you that they do sometimes have to get involved when that's needed. Given this, does the Leader continue to refuse to meet Unite because he is worried he doesn't trust himself to repeat the mistakes of the previous two leaders who signed up deals that effectively bankrupted this council?
Thank you, Councillor. The Leader to reply.